my name is Bridget Guila. Welcome to Bridge to Wellness. Today I have a very special guest, Dr. Beth. Dr. Beth, thank you for coming on my show.
I'm so excited.
I really looked forward to this.
Me too.
I really did. Your energy is something that I dream of having.
Oh, thank you for that. Your energy is something I dream of having. Seriously, the calmness and the peaceful and the elegance.
Yin and yang.
Yes.
I just adore and love hearing about childhood, which is a lot of where it all begins. Am I correct?
Well, a lot of it begins there for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or we can start whenever we want to start. How about now? Now. This works too. But yes, a lot of things happen in childhood, and that is definitely a place where most of us begin. So where did all this start?
Yes.
Dr. Beth, in the beginning, went like this. I have always been like a psychologist. Even as a young child, 7, 8 years old, I would tell my parents, Mom, sit down. Dad, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear what she's saying? Do you hear what he's saying? I was a little mediator. I was a collaborator. And as early as I can remember, I always wanted to be a psychologist. I don't know where I came up with that idea, but that was my plan. So in junior high, I took every psychology course. In high school, I took every psychology course. I went straight into college. I was majoring in psychology in college. And then right out of college, I went straight into a master's program on a beeline.
Yeah.
And then, dun, 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 I was in an internship, and it was at MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University. And I had a gentleman chasing me around in a ward saying, you got my slicker? You got my slicker? You got my slicker? And I was like, no, what's a slicker? I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it. And it scared me to death. And it was at that moment in time that I took a U-turn and went into industrial psych, human resource development, and got my master's at Vanderbilt in adult education. And then took a trek into the corporate world as a keynote speaker, trainer, business consultant, executive coach for about 25 years. Then when I was there, I was like, I'm messing with people's heads. We're talking about kids, anorexia, bulimia, foster children. I mean, I was going in all these ways. I'm like, I should get my doctoral degree. So then, while I was doing my corporate work, I got my doctoral degree. Did my pre-doc, my post-doc, my licensure, and so I had these two aspects of myself.
Stuff.
Two aspects.
Yeah. So what do you mean by that?
Well, I was, everybody says manipulation is a bad word. Mm-hmm. But there are times when you have an intention or you have a sense of knowingness, or at least I do have an intention and a sense of knowingness, and I am taking people down a path of transformation, growth, awakening. And I was doing this inherently, intuitively, and I decided I should have some education to go with it.
You hear often to use reverse psychology. What is your thought on that? Is that manipulation?
It's absolutely manipulation, and it works. So reverse psychology, and I love to do this with teenagers, because I tell them that if I say, I went to a high school classroom one time and I told everybody, stand up, and they all stood up. And I said, sit down, and they all sat down. And I said, and some of them were like, you can't control me, I'm not going to get up. I said, I actually just controlled you, because what I wanted to get you to do was sit down. And they're like, I said, the question is not whether you don't sit down because I told you to or didn't tell you to. The question is, do you want to be sitting or standing? And if you are reacting to me, either way, I'm controlling you like a yo-yo. You want your power back? And they're like, yes. I'm like, okay, let's try this again. If I told you, and I'm your mom, do your homework, would you do it? And they're like, No. I'm like, okay, I just controlled you again. They're like, what? I said, do you want to graduate from high school? Yes. Do you need homework to graduate? Yes. So then if I stayed out of it, would you do homework or not do homework? I do my homework. So if you don't do homework because I say it, then who's controlling you? Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. And that's reverse psychology. Mm-hmm. I said, all I have to do is teach your parents to do the opposite, and they're controlling you. So that's how you get your power back. When there's compliance, there's defiance, and then there's free choice. Compliance is if you do what I say without thinking. Defiance is if you do the opposite of what I say without thinking. Just because I say so, you defy me. Mm-hmm. Free choice is, what do you really want?
Defiance. And that goes to your book.
Yes. Embracing defiance.
Embracing defiance. Now I'm going to jump into this book now.
Go for it.
Okay. So I think it's amazing because my granddaughter was reading this book. And she was.
And she's 7.
And she's 7 years old. And
using some really big words.
And
I
she
loved
was
it.
Even interested in it.
She didn't want to give it up.
Yeah. Can you give us a little teaser on this book? Embracing defiance. This is bold.
Right. And so the teaser is, did you know that by not embracing defiance, you could actually create some major problems by not embracing defiance, and by allowing your child to be compliant all the way till they're 40, they may never leave home. So there are benefits to defiance and there are risks with compliance. And
Okay.
and I actually have a video series, 10 videos on the benefits of defiance and 10 videos on the risks of compliance.
Yes. I think I watched all of them.
Which one was your favorite?
All of them.
Okay. I love it.
I love
Good
it.
answer.
I couldn't wait for the next one. Each one is
Awesome.
like jaw-dropping, and it
Thank you.
opens up these gray areas.
Yes.
That was it.
Yeah, there's some real aspects of this concept that most people in the world are just not talking about. Because we're mostly,
right.
I would say 80% of us, what I call the super 7-year-old. So to help this book make more sense, can I tell you about my little characters?
Please. Yes.
All right, so the inner 3-year-old is when most people talk about the inner child. So the inner 3-year-old is the raw emotional part of ourselves, the part that is just a free spirit. Wow! Just because they say so. Just because they say so. And the emotion can change on a dime. Then there is a character, an emotional development character that I call the super 7-year-old, that comes along to kind of keep the 3-year-old in check. It's the ego. It's the part of us that's like, take a chill pill. You are looking a little bit too out there. Calm down. Be still. Be nice. Be kind. Don't say that. And it's like the little compliance to society. The norm. You know, it's how we teach our kids to look good, act good, dress right, be kind, be nice, everything that you learned in kindergarten. Mm-hmm. That's the super 7-year-old. Mm-hmm. So is that a great part of us or not?
I'm going to say yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. It's our goal setter. It's our organizer. Mm-hmm. It's our, and the part that you were like, what's the right answer here? That's your super 7-year-old trying to get the right answer. The next character that comes along that puts the super 7-year-old in check is what I call the inner teenager. And the inner teen response might have been, I don't know, you're the doctor, don't ask me, it's your book. Right. That would have been a playful, silly, sarcastic way to respond. And that's where the inner teen gets in and gets jiggy. Mm-hmm. Gets jiggy with it. So the inner teen protects us from the 7-year-old. So the inner teen is like, don't take life so seriously. Chillax. Have a glass of wine.
A glass of wine.
Put that little 7-year-old to sleep. And it's the part of us that is the truth teller, the authentic truth. The 7-year-old knows how to tell a little white lie in order to keep everybody happy. But do you want the truth from your children or not?
I do.
Then you better be ready for their inner teen. Otherwise, you're going to get little white lies because they're trying to make you feel good, because they watch and witness you helping other people feel good by your little white lies. Make sense? So then there's a fourth character. I usually forget this character, and that's the divine wise self. And I call this like the 30,000 foot or Dr. B. So there's little b, super B, bubbling B, and Dr. B. And Dr. B is like my inner wise self, the part that knows it's all perfect and divine. We are spiritual beings. We are doing the best we can. It's loving up my emotions, loving up my little precious super 7-year-old trying to be a good girl, loving up my teenager for her authentic, wild, crazy, bodacious ideas, holding it all. And that's the inner family.
Within yourself.
Within yourself and within others. So who I'm being, if I'm a super 7-year-old, and I can actually turn you into a 3-year-old by something mean.
Give me an example.
Tell me something that you feel bad about yourself.
Public speaking. I get stuck.
If my super 7-year-old said to you, your public speaking is really off, you're not doing it right, you need to be more articulate, you need to do this, you need to do that, and you just really have blown it, you've completely screwed things up, you need to do more of this, less of that, and I'm just like taking your inventory one upside and down the other. Can you feel yourself just go into a little puddle of mush?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is instead find your inner teen. So you can go two ways when somebody takes your inventory. You can either go to a puddle of mush, or two, you can get into defiance. You say the same thing to me. Say, you suck, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, gosh.
Go. You're speaking, blah, blah, blah. Say the same thing. Go after me.
Okay. You suck. You don't have enough knowledge. You are... You're
feel,
smiling too much.
Oh, yeah.
You're too bubbly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If something stings or triggers me, who's at fault? You or me? Who's at blame? You or me?
Me.
That's when
I see.
take my power.
Yeah.
Now, in normal life, yes, you're correct.
Right. I get what you're saying.
In my worldview, when you sting me, that's on me.
Yes. It's like our natural biofeedback.
Yeah, and it's telling me that there's something, like if you said you're not a good public speaker, and I'm like, oh, ow, ooh, then I need to go take a public speaker class. If you said you're not a good public speaker, and I'm like, you don't know me. You haven't seen all this. And I'm like all in my power, and I'm all in my confidence and cockiness. That's my inner teen. You cannot take that down. My wise self would be like, tell me more. Interesting. So tell me, I'd love to learn. So I'm listening, I'm processing, I'm letting my inner teen go, you're full of it on the inside, and I'm holding it all. Telling my little 3-year-old, I'm so proud of you, baby girl. Telling myself, I'm so proud of you, baby girl. Telling my super 7-year-old, you are doing so much. You have done so much in your growth. Telling my teenager, yes, she's, having some thoughts, and we're just going to give her space to project and have all those mirror. So my teenager could just come back at you with some cattiness and some meanness, and my wise self is just integrating and holding all these concepts.
I love it. What an amazing format.
It's a little wild. I call it the inner family zoo. And there are times, especially when you're extremely emotionally connected to someone intimately, all of this happens so fast that you may go from 3-year-old to teenager to 7-year-old in an instant. and be in a puddle of mush,
Yeah.
hiding under the covers, then coming out like a grizzly bear, and then trying to fix it, and then be in another puddle of mush.
That's amazing. But awareness is the key, correct?
Yeah. And
That's
loving what is.
mm.
So when I can be compassionate, and I call it my 10 keys to compassion. When I can be madly in love with what is, then I have my power back. If I am not in love with it, then you have my power. And all you have to do is be the puppeteer and take me anywhere you want to take me. I want you to feel bad, so I say something mean. I'm in control of you. I want you to feel happy, so I just blow smoke up your skirt. I want you to feel bad, so I tell you something that hurts your feelings. I want you to feel, I want you to feel, I want you to feel, I want you to feel. Now I'm just going to take you around the world and take you on a walk, rock the baby. I've got all your power over here with my yo-yo. I've got a Dr. Beth yo-yo. Would you like your power back?
Yes.
And the way to do that is to take 100% ownership for anything and everything that you get triggered by. Or not.
I get it.
You choose.
I love it. I'm so excited to read your book, and thank you so much. And it feels like it would just eradicate and dissolve a lot of shame.
It does eradicate shame, victim, perpetrator, bullying, blaming. One of the parenting groups I had, there was a mom in the group, and she was talking about her daughter being bullied. And everybody in the group was, just empathizing and empathizing and empathizing. And, oh, that poor victim. Oh, that poor victim. And that mean bully, that mean bully. And then another mom said, you know what? My daughter's going through the same thing. And she's also being bullied. Like, her bullier is just doing this and this and this and this. And, and we're all like, oh, that poor baby, she's such a victim. Guess what? Want to take a guess?
That?
They were each other's bully.
Oh, gosh. They were victims.
They were each other's victim and each other's bully. So they were talking about the other one's child.
I get it, yeah. Wow. Speaking of bullies, I had this fun technique.
Yes.
With my son. He was bullied for a long time. Since the day he entered kindergarten, he was bullied. And I decided I did not want him to be a victim to all of it, nor did I want it to jade him, so to speak. So I thought to myself, let's create some comebacks.
Yes.
Some wise comebacks. So in the morning I would say, okay, Willie, let's go online and look up some fun comebacks. So after a while, he started looking forward to the bullies saying.
And were those comebacks inner teen comebacks or super 7-year-old comebacks?
I think they were probably super 7.
They were still in their power.
Yes.
If there was a little bit of irreverence to them and playfulness to them, then that's an inner teen.
Right. Okay. So there
sounds
was
like
some playfulness. It just gave him a little bit more joy.
Yes.
And
yes.
it wasn't.
My guess is it was inner teen. You guys were finding inner teen comebacks.
Okay. I was desperate for him to be happy and not let them
and get in his power.
Take his spirit away, because he has such an amazing spirit.
Yes.
So amazing. He's so theatrical. He's my theatrical child.
I call those the little next world leaders. They have a voice, they have a passion, they have a powerful spirit, and they would rather shoot themselves in the foot than let you win. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. I feel that right now. Oh, gosh.
And so then we have to be willing to not shoot ourselves in the foot by being right.
Or throwing boomerang shoes.
Yes, 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 yes. Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So I have this serious question about co-parenting.
Yes.
That's a big one for a lot of families. A lot of families.
Like with co-parenting with married couples or with
Both.
single?
Both.
Okay, or foster families, because there's a lot of different co-parenting, or grandparents. Like we have extended families everywhere.
Yes.
So
right.
which are you referring to?
Well, there's a lot of divorced families today.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you encounter that quite a bit?
Yes.
Question.
Yes. A lot of divorced families, and still they are still married, and they may have been divorced for 30 years. One of my favorite examples is a mother and father that were in there. They were probably about 75, 78, and their two children, 50, 56, were in a therapy session. The parents, 70, 75, they were divorced, and the siblings, all of them were in my therapy session. They might as well have been 13, 15, and still absolutely married. There was no difference, not any difference. The emotional connection was the same. The emotional triggers were the same. The emotional breakdown was the same. The piece of paper and age was the only thing that was different. So this concept of understanding how we trigger each other, whether we're married, whether we're step-parenting, whether we're adopted, foster families, stay-at-home, homeschooling, all of these concepts, they still get triggered by these different emotional states.
I really feel that co-parenting is very important.
Yes.
Very, very important. And
wait a minute, says your super 7-year-old that there's a right way and that everyone should be on the same page.
not necessarily on the same page.
Okay.
Just not hating each other.
And is that true?
Sometimes.
And can we control it?
No.
And so what do we do about it?
We be still.
And is there anything whatsoever at all that my little super 7-year-old can do if you choose to hate me?
No.
Can I choose not to hate you?
Yes.
That's all I have control over.
Yes.
And one of the things that I find is it's hard to hate someone that loves you. So you keep hating me. Just keep hating on me, hating. Go, say something. I hate you, you stupid, you're dumb, you're ugly. And I'm going to say, I love you.
Yeah.
You're adorable.
Okay. You're a terrible mom.
I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
I get it. I sure do screw up sometimes. And it takes my teenager would be, and so's your mama. Mirror, mirror.
Or
Ooh.
it's my choice.
Yeah.
The teenager says, my choice.
That's why I left you, whatever. Some playful, mean, sarcastic mode back would be my inner teen. And that may be a step up from the 3-year-old under the covers in a puddle of mush. And the super 7-year-old that's just a compliant doormat going, I'm sorry, what else can I do for you? Let me please you. Let me be a compliant doormat. So step up. And then once you found your power as your teen, then you can move into and flow into your wise self.
Right. I have to say that all of my children, including the grandchildren, are very powerful.
I have met 2-3 of your grandchildren, and they are brilliant.
Yes.
They're adorable.
They definitely have a voice.
Yes.
And
yes.
They're not afraid to speak.
Right. I love that.
And their chin does not shake.
Right? I like it.
Yeah.
And they have something to say, and they believe in their voice, and they, one of the things I love about what your grandson did, I asked him if he would do something on the show, and he said no. I'm so proud of him. I am so proud of him. Why would I say that? Are you embarrassed that he said no to me?
Not at all.
Okay,
Not
thank
at
goodness.
All. I love the yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Me too. And I love, because if he can't say no, then he can't say yes. If he cannot tell me no, then I can't trust his yes. And he may have said yes off air, and then the second we get on here, and then he couldn't do it. And then he would have felt embarrassed, and whatever could have gone down.
Yeah. it took me a long time to learn that and to actually develop that type of habit and feel good about it and just drop all the shame and fear that people will not like me if I'm yes or no.
Yeah.
So
You've mastered it? Tell me how you did that. I'm
well,
still in process. I think it's a lifelong journey
I
to
wouldn't
speak your truth.
I know. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that I've mastered it because I'm still aware of those moments and I feel that needle, yes or no. So that little needle that's right in between is a maybe. So I tell myself, okay, no maybes. The maybes are always no.
I like it. Unless you get a,
so push it to
oh
no.
yeah, then it's not a yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have another way of saying that, but I won't say it.
Is that what's on your reading?
Another example. Another example of that.
I love that little metaphors.
Yes, yes. To go for it. Go for it anyway. Feel the fear and go for it anyway. One of my favorite authors, Susan Jeffers.
Oh.
I read her book years and years and years ago. Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah.
And there's another aspect of it now that it's also feel the fear and honor the feeling. And then go for it anyway.
I read her book too, and back then there were tapes. I would listen to her tapes over and over again, just repeated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Viktor Frankl, In Search of Self?
I haven't.
He's also one of my favorite authors, and a lot of my work is based on his concept, which is you cannot control my mind. The concentration camps took his parents, took his entire family, tortured him, took everything, and what the whole book was about was, you can't control me. You can do anything you want to do to me, but you cannot control my feelings. I control that. So whenever I'm talking about my concepts, I use him, and he trumps everything. Like, if he can do that, we can do this, and we can own our power when we choose to own our power. Period. End of story. Or we can be a victim. That's okay too. And sometimes I choose to be a victim, but I know I'm consciously choosing it.
That's
Therefore, I can consciously choose to come out of it when I'm ready.
Right. Yeah. That's why I love to say just awareness is the key. As long as we're aware of it. If we're not aware of being a victim, then we fall into this vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows about it.
You know, one of my favorite ways to figure out what I'm not aware of?
What's that?
Is to take somebody else's inventory.
How so?
So if somebody I really love and care about intimately, those are the ones that really are great mirrors or great projections of my blind spots. So when I say you, should, ought to, never, why don't you, something's wrong with you, and I'm taking your inventory, if I wrote all of that down and then put my name in the place of that person's name, I would be giving myself my own prediction. I should, blah, 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 blah. I need to, blah, 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 blah. I always, blah, 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 blah. So whatever I'm doing to take the other person's inventory.
I would like to bring our special little guests on the show.
Awesome, I can't wait.
Yes, Kira and Ray.
Thank you so much. So my name is Dr. Beth, America's teenologist. You may wonder, what the heck is a teenologist? Anybody? Yes. A teenologist is a psychologist on steroids. A teenologist is someone that takes the teen energy, plays with it, manifests it, and turns it into sheer empowerment.
Oh, welcome back to Bridget Wellness Show. And here we have Dr. Beth and Kira and
Raymond.
Raymond, thank you.
Also
Kira.
known as
Ray.
Ray.
Raymond Kulas.
Yeah. So, Dr. Beth,
Yes.
let's just tackle these kids here.
I'm going to teach you guys something that I love to do. I'm going to see how well you do with this. I'm a psychologist. Yes, I'm a kid psychologist.
Teenager.
I am a teen psychologist, a teenologist.
This one is true.
Do you know what a teenologist is?
No.
You're a psychologist for teenagers?
Oh, boo-ah, yes.
Well,
Okay, so here's the game that I like to play. It's called the brag game.
she is moody.
She is moody, yes.
She looks moody.
She does look moody.
He's
So,
moody.
so do you know what, Ray, do you know what a brag is?
Yeah, when you
I'm
talk
bragging.
about when you talk about something you have that other kids don't like. I have an iPhone 10 and you have a Samsung.
Okay, so that would be like gloating. That's kind of like gloating.
I have
Nanner,
iPhone 6.
nanner, nanner, nanner. Bragging is something about yourself.
La, 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 la,
So
la,
tell me
bragging.
something that you love about yourself. Something you're proud of about yourself.
That I'm short.
Okay, I like that. So you like the height, you like your shortness.
Yes.
I like it. Me too. I'm short too, by the way. Tell me something you love about yourself. Give me a brag.
That in my school that all the teachers
Oh, weird.
Are weird.
like
Mine is.
are okay with me making jokes. Like me doing what I do.
So you love.
Wow.
Now wait a minute.
When they let me be me. That's what I love about myself is when they let me be myself.
So
Okay, it sounds a little bit
traditional.
like you gave a brag on your teachers, which I'm very impressed with your teachers letting you be you. Hands up for the teachers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now my question is, what do you love about you?
Yes.
We're showing our purple hair.
Probably.
And by the way, this is something that's really hard to do. To
Someone
say
up your hair?
something you love about yourself.
I love that.
Probably because
What else?
it's hard to think
I
of
love
off
that. I
the
love
spot.
pizza.
Okay, I love that you love pizza. What, your turn? We're gonna go back and forth. Your turn.
I love that
About myself. What
about,
I love about myself.
myself is that I'm not as
Listen to all these qualifiers.
active. Like I'm not active as everyone else. Like I'm
Wow.
More compliant.
That's a lie. You are really active.
no. This is something else that has to do with everything else, Kiki.
Wow.
What does that
Okay.
mean? Tell
Okay,
us.
so you're saying that you really think that you have a lot of self-control.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Now, give me 2 more brags about yourself. And notice how hard this is.
It is really hard. It's hard to
So
think
let's-
of stuff off the spot.
Let's throw it on your grandmother.
Yeah.
That I have a big forehead.
Let's
I know
see.
what I love about the kids.
No, show us how to brag.
I love that I have a big forehead.
She
I
brags.
love that I have a big forehead too.
We're twins.
Woo! All right, we are loving our big foreheads.
She brags about us, about having us.
Okay, again, that is her bragging on you,
Yeah.
and you're bragging on her now. Yay. You are really, really great at noticing the adults and how fabulous they are. What I'm wondering is, can you do that for yourself? Can you notice all the things about you? We're going to play a game to see who can do the most.
The inner 7-year-old.
The inner 7-year-old, that's you?
Wow. The inner 3-year-old.
Yes. Anything we've been all taught, don't brag.
Yeah.
What happens is it comes out sideways, and then we end up stepping on somebody's head, and the brag comes out like, I've got a Samsung whatever, and you got a, nana nana.
Okay.
So a brag, or it comes out like, I am all that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous more than you.
So in a negative connotation. Is it in a negative connotation or a positive? The bragging.
I'm positive.
Correct.
Okay.
So we are I'm attempting to reclaim brag into a positive.
Oh, okay. I
versus
understand.
a brag putting yourself above someone else. Brag is lifting yourself up, not
Okay.
putting anybody else down.
You practice just telling me. I want you to tell me how much you love yourself in
Yes.
front of me. Be safe.
Yes.
You are safe to just say it. Just say it.
Yes. And do you do that with your kids?
Yes.
Have you
Yes.
guys done this? Say what you love about yourself?
No.
Oh, try it now.
Yeah.
I love that I have a big forehead and I'm short.
I want you to see how many you can get as fast as you can. I love my forehead. I love that I'm short. I love that.
That I love pizza.
I love that I love pizza. I love that I'm smart. I love that I'm hot and sexy and all that.
I am.
Your turn. Your turn.
No.
You said they ate you.
Okay, your turn.
We joked about that
I love
earlier.
about myself how I think I'm funny. I can be funny.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I am
yes.
funnier than him.
Okay, wait. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal on bragging. So when he says a brag, what we want to do is go, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, instead of putting myself up. And then when it's your turn, you can say, I'm funny, I'm hilarious, I love my laughter, I love like we can all be funny.
I'm funny. He's funny.
Yes, I'm funny, you're funny, we're all funny, ha ha
We're all
ha.
funny. The world is funny. The funniest is funny.
Everything's funny, funny.
Funny.
Okay,
funny.
keep going. What else do you?
I love that I'm a good writer in school.
Yes,
I am.
yes, you are
Yeah.
too.
What else?
Notice as fast as you get it, notice how she loves to be like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel to have a little sister that aspires to
7'10".
be like you? Like she looks up to you and
He's 710.
and is inspired by you. How does that feel?
It feels okay, but like not doing right now, she would be totally different. Like saying something. It feels nice at the moment, but then later on it just goes off because of how everything goes.
Okay, so I can give you some tools on how to get it back on track if you would like them.
Yeah.
So this process of bragging will help that because she wants to be as fast as you are, as smart as you are, as tall as you are, as everything as you are. Like we aspire to be you when we're the younger sibling. And your little brother is going to be the same way.
Yeah.
He's going to want to be like you and like you.
He's only one.
And sometimes
I'm
it's
the middle
gonna,
child.
Right? How does it feel to be in the middle? You've been both the
No.
youngest and the oldest. You'll be the oldest of the little one and the youngest of the big one.
Wow.
I feel
It feels great to be my dad.
sometimes it doesn't feel amazing being the older child.
Sometimes it feels amazing.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so tell
He's
me what you
hard.
think is great about being the youngest. And then I want you to tell what you think is great about being the oldest,
I'm not old.
Okay.
So
but like him.
I think it's great about being youngest because no one gets mad at you for doing stupid things as much as you're older. Because like when you're older and you do something,
You're
the
expected.
parents like basically just blame you for something that they did and they think it's you. And
Always,
I
yes.
get in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. So it does. Whoops, huh?
It's
Okay. She's like, yep, does happen sometimes.
Okay.
So now you say one thing that's perfect about being the oldest. Like, I wish I was the oldest because,
I don't have glasses.
okay, she would like to have glasses.
I don't have glasses.
Okay, but what would be what would be great about being the oldest?
Being great about being the oldest is that I won't have glasses.
Okay, what else?
Having glasses.
Okay, anything else? Could I buy a vowel?
Still having glasses.
Okay, we're on to the glasses. So tell me what is great about being the oldest, because I can tell you a whole bunch of things. I'm the oldest.
It's great because like you get more responsibility, and people start to respect you more as you go on to getting older.
Yes, absolutely. And tell me some more things about how perfect it is to be the youngest.
It's perfect to be
It's
the youngest because like it's you get your way a lot. Like you get to be people are nicer to you. People like think you're cute. People think you're fun to be around, and they do all that just because you're the youngest.
Yeah. And tell me some more things about how fabulous it is being the oldest.
It is
Can you
being
help? Is he faster?
It's great to be the oldest because you've been keeping it real.
You've been keeping it real.
Like a unicorn.
I
He
like
does
the
keep it
glasses
real.
though. The glasses can be symbolic.
Glasses.
Yes, smartness.
Smart.
He said his glasses
The
look gay.
Glasses can be symbolic as
He said his
as
glasses
a
look
sharp,
gay.
sharp.
I can't
mind,
sis
a
about that.
sharp
It's not a
vision.
lie.
Yes, yes.
True.
Yeah.
And so, like, that is another example, Ray. When something is said that is like off color,
The duck.
yes.
Da, da, da.
And
Wah, wah.
if we give it a whole bunch of energy, it happens even more.
Yeah.
If we like totally ignore it and give it no power, it'll be on to another thing to get attention.
Yeah.
So the challenge for us is to not give something that's off color too much power.
Yeah, because if you're an adult, like sometimes you,
Because you're keeping it real.
because if sometimes you want to give say she's the child, she's the youngest. Like you
Child
want
the
to keep it
youngest.
even. You don't want to do one thing more.
More
you
for
want
one.
you don't want one of them to feel bad about themselves and one of them to feel amazing about themselves. You want to keep it even. You don't want to like if it's like an off-colored
Comment.
what?
An off-colored comment.
Yeah, you don't want to give one of them more power because it's perfectly colored, and one of them less credit because they're not perfect colored.
And here's my thing, Ray.
Yeah.
Is that even possible? Is it possible to, it's not, is it?
No.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You think it's possible to make everything perfectly even at all times between every child?
No and yes.
No, because
point.
look around the world. Like it's impossible. Like
I
look
can't
at
look-
people that are starving. They are hard to
Arizona.
provide a lot of stuff, and then the other children have others have nicer things. It's hard to keep it even between everyone because some of them need stuff, some of them don't need stuff. Like it's hard to keep it even between everyone.
So if you were a parent, if you guys were the parent,
If I was a parent, I'm not a parent.
I know you're not, but
I'm
let's say
7.
you were. Let's say you were the parent.
I'm 17 and I'm a parent.
Okay, let's say you're
That's not a
17.
parent.
Let's say you're a little older than
27.
27. Let's go with
27.
that. Okay, and you're now the parent.
My mom's 29.
How would you parent a child? What advice would you have for parents? What would you have for advice to parent you, a
Love.
child like you?
These are tips. Now,
What do you think, Ray? What advice would you have for a parent to parent you?
To be don't be so soft. Be a little harder. Like take more power in parenting.
take more power.
Like, don't
in the world,
don't be
baby.
so light on them. They we need more discipline.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Now, who do you think this is? The 3, the 7, or the teen?
7.
Correct.
Drink your yummy soda.
Yes. What would the inner teen say?
My choice.
Believe in me. Listen to me.
Listen to me, not you.
Exactly. Listen to me, not you. That's what an inner teen would
Listen
say.
to you and not me. It's the other way around.
So what parenting advice would you have for your parent of a child just like you?
It's the humming.
Is that question too hard? You want to think about it? Would you like to phone a friend?
God, I don't know what. I'm not a parent. I don't know what to do.
I know. It's a bad question. Let's just forget it.
If I was 27, I would not know what to do. No.
Right? Well, as a parent, sometimes you don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
That's very, very wise. And on the Power Hour,
I am not
bring
wise.
the children into the conversations,
Awesome.
and I ask them questions to, to give the parents some information. And one of the things that many of the kids have said is, I don't know how you
Keeping
do
it
it.
real.
I don't know how you do it. It's really hard to be a parent.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to become a teenager?
Bulb.
You ready? I am surprised.
18 times.
Are you ready to become a teenager?
No.
Okay.
I'm ready to become a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old.
I was already one, but I'm ready to become one again.
Okay, so you would like to actually go back in the womb.
No.
Just 3.
3.
Okay, 3. I'm sticking
I
with
hate
3.
wombs.
I hate wombs. Okay.
Too dark.
Too dark. Let's don't do
Dark
that.
and warm.
So Ray, what is it that you're most looking forward to in becoming a teenager?
Being able to do stuff I wasn't able to do now.
Like what? Give me a couple of examples.
Like go to the store by myself, like do stuff by myself.
So you're looking forward to having some independence and being able to, you want to drive?
Yeah.
What age?
I think it is 16 or is it?
I think so.
I
I think so. And
think
are you
like
wanting,
17.
16?
I'm gonna get my first job right when I turn 15.
So you're already ready to work and get your job. What do you want to do with this job? What's your intention?
Like work somewhere small and then start getting a different job to somewhere bigger.
I'm
For
getting
what?
my job and I'm 8.
You want to get a job when you're 8?
No.
For what purpose are you wanting to get a job?
So it will teach
That's
me
a
more.
fleet that I
It
know.
will teach me more responsibility, to do stuff, before I like turn 20, like before I get my own house, so I can make my own money instead of having anyone else buy me stuff.
So you're looking forward to having your power, having your money, having your house, and you have a pretty good vision of what you want to do?
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
This little one, we have
Little one.
amazing conversations.
He's not a little one.
Yes.
Amazing.
He is not a little one.
He knows how to make. He knows how to have discussions
Yes.
and make decisions.
And
Yeah,
think for himself.
I learn something new every time we're together.
I love.
He teaches me so much.
I love learning.
Mm-hmm.
Learning from the children.
Yeah.
And never assuming that I know the answers, and it's always in awe of where they go with it.
Yes.
So I may have a vision of what I think is the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always blown away when I turn that right answer into a question. I call that the Jeopardy game.
The right question.
No.
The right answer.
When my little super 7-year-old thinks that the right answer is, let's say, go to college.
Go to college.
I think it's go to college. What is your plan after high school?
Huh. College.
I don't want to go to college.
Okay, what is your plan?
To try after high school to try and
Be vegetarian. That's what I want to do.
try to find a home to move out.
Wow. I'm
Okay,
never
yeah.
moving out.
Okay. So we got a veterinarian, never moving out, going straight to college, and we've got right out of high school, buying his own home, entrepreneurial spirit.
Right the opposite.
Exactly. And what is the right path, yours or yours?
I'm staying home until I'm 97
97.
or even 100.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be alive when I'm 100.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay with my. I'm gonna stay home forever.
Staying home forever. Okay.
Or 107. I don't know.
Okay.
Still
Maybe
107.
Which is the right answer? Staying at home forever or getting your own home? Which is right?
I think getting your own
Mine is
home
staying
because
at home forever.
No, I get it. I get that's your answer, but which is the right answer?
Moving out.
I think
Getting
both
your
of
own
them
home.
are.
What? What's the right answer?
Both.
What's the right answer?
Both. I said that before.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
There is no right answer. It was a trick question on my
Yeah.
part. There is no right answer because your journey is going to take you where you choose to go, and my journey
Staying home.
is taking me where I want to go. And do you think that you might ever change your other mind?
No.
You don't think so?
Never.
Are you willing to be wrong about that?
No.
You want to bet?
Staying home.
You want to bet? Can we meet again in about 5 years?
Right.
In about 10 years.
10 years, okay.
Or maybe 4. I don't know.
Or maybe 4. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Kira loves yoga. She
And hugs.
meditation.
I'll do a hug right now.
Yep.
Okay, hold it. Let's do a hug in just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. She loves meditation. She understands.
do a hug
it,
like
and
this.
Yoga, She loves to give hugs. She's
Definitely
That
hug.
kind of stuff I don't really like.
You don't like hugs.
No, I
me a
don't
hug.
like yoga.
Give me a
Oh,
hug.
you don't like yoga?
Yeah.
Hug.
Ray,
I like hearing noise. I hate when it's like too quiet.
Hug.
Ray is such. He is amazing company.
That's not a hug.
We can
David,
sit forever.
did not give me a
and
hug.
We will just go
Hug.
back and
What-
forth with
hold on
really
one
good
second.
conversation.
So, how is it to be the parent of two brilliant children?
You keep it real.
You do
Like
keep
the
it real.
unicorn.
When one of you has one way of looking at life and the other one has the other way of looking at life, how do
I
you do
stay at
this with
home.
your daughter? How do you think she handles this diversity?
I don't know.
Because some parents are like trying to make keep it fair.
Her
Trying
daughter
to
is my mom.
go figure.
Yeah.
It's probably hard.
Wow.
Very hard because of how much we fight, how much everything.
That's
And then she has our baby brother, and then if we wake him up, it's harder and harder to do everything for him, and then she has to try and help us.
Yeah, that's intense. I bet it's really intense being mom right now.
Is that the wise?
Yes, that is definitely the wise
It's
self.
wise to stay home
Your
forever.
wise self.
Dun, dun,
That's your wise self.
dun.
I love asking children to actually tap into their own wise
I
self.
love
Watch
growing up
this.
so.
So there's the inner 3-year-old, which is your raw
I want to be
emotion.
a 3-year-old.
Yes.
I was already one, but I want to be one of them.
Tell me what's great about being the inner 3-year-old. And you are the epitome of the 3-year-old.
Wow.
She is just an energetic
I love
ball
being
of light.
3-year-olds. 3-year-old.
And your super 7-year-old is like, oh my goodness.
He's
calm-
10.
Right?
He was 7 a long
do you
time
feel,
ago.
Do you feel that part of you that's like, oh,
Yeah, just calm down.
exactly.
Calm down.
But in school, I like speaking my mind in school though.
Yes.
Like
So you can appreciate all this energy, this
Yeah.
ball of light. I love that. I love that you speak your truth authentically and keep it real. And just like your shirt, keeping it real. So would you guys like a tip on how to actually make things more fun at home?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to love that.
He wants it, but I don't.
All right. So
In other
my
words,
hand
she
now.
wants it.
he wants the tip, I don't. And I love that, so I'm going to give you the tip, and you do like this.
I don't want the tip.
I know, I want you to plug your ears up and do not listen. Don't listen. Okay. So, Ray, here's the tip. She wants to be like you.
I can't hear anything. Wow.
Okay. She wants to be like you. She aspires to be like you. So the more you can lift her up, the less annoying she will be. Okay?
Yeah, she will. She is annoying.
Okay. Okay. But that won't happen because it's all about wanting to finally and ultimately be as fabulous as you are.
Yes.
That's probably why she like does all this stuff. Like she's annoying. She gets to my head and she says all these things to bother me just because of that.
But who has the power to be bothered? You or her? Who has your power?
Me.
Wow.
So if I said to you, pit, 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 mean, wah, 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 annoy, you get to go, not gonna bother me.
Wow.
That's
Not gonna
hard.
happen.
Positivity.
Positivity,
Positivity.
Hello.
Generosity. Positivity.
generosity. So
Joyfulness.
you have the joyfulness. You have the power to choose how you want to respond to that behavior.
Positivity.
So the 3-year-old is you go into complete breakdown.
Yeah.
The 7-year-old is you try to fix it,
Yeah, that's what happened today with her.
which
She got mad because she couldn't get something. I got a reward for doing something
Cleaning the room.
Yeah, and she didn't do it, so she didn't
I
get
wanted
anything.
Kit Kat.
She wanted a Kit Kats, and she got mad at the store and started.
And I started
pouting,
freaking out
getting
because my
mad.
tooth hurted.
She started really getting mad at everyone.
So she was really feeling sad that she was not as good as you yet again.
Yeah, because
Smart as you
And because my
yet
tooth
again,
hurted.
and
Really
because
bad.
her tooth was hurting.
That's probably because she always says that kind of stuff.
And it's probably because I was eating too much.
Children, thank you so much. Do you realize how brave it was for you to be
I'm
on
a
the show today? Do you realize how
No.
brave it was?
No.
A little.
No.
I'm very impressed and so proud of you. But most importantly, are you proud of yourself?
I think even been 2
A
minutes.
little.
Yes.
Been 10 minutes. Wow.
So Dr. Beth, thank you so much. And I
Yes.
would love for you to...
Bethany.
I would love for you to share with our viewers at home your website, or how do we get a hold of you?
DrBeth.com.
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 Yes.
Psychologist of teenagers.
Psychologist of teenagers out of the mouths of babes.
And
Super
this
7-year-olds.
amazing book that we-
Jazz hands.
Embracing Defiance.
Embracing defiance.
Yes.
How to get in your power with yourself first, falling madly in love with yourself so that you can role model that for your kids.
Maybe.
Beautiful,
Maybe
beautiful.
not.
Thank
You
so
have
much.
such an amazing family. Thank you for sharing
Thank
them
you,
with
thank
me.
you, thank you,
So
children.
proud of them.